5 biopics that were hated by fans. Hey guys, today we're going to list 5 biopics that were hated by fans. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Blonde. Blonde received positive reviews from critics, but fans of the late Marilyn Monroe were less than pleased. Monroe was a sexual icon of her time, and she was frequently cast in roles that embodied the dumb blonde stereotype. In reality, Marilyn Monroe was highly educated and held several degrees. The film, which was initially marketed as the true behind-the-scenes story of Marilyn Monroe, is actually based on Joyce Carol Oates' fictional book of the same name. Blonde chronicles the life of Norma Jean Mortensen, played by Ana de Armas, later known as Marilyn Monroe, from her adolescent years with her mother to her tragic death as a young woman. Viewers have taken to various social media platforms to voice their outrage over the film's cruel and, in some people's opinions, sexist portrayal of Marilyn Monroe, as well as its numerous factual inaccuracies. However, the fact that the film's producers highlight the fact that it is a fictionalized version of Monroe's story only makes matters more difficult. It is one thing for a filmmaker to embellish a life story in order to make it more interesting for a film. However, when filmmakers misrepresent the life story of such a beloved figure, they risk spreading untruths and harmful rumors as if they were facts. Number 2. All Eyes on Me. Due to the film's lackluster reception, a lot of people have forgotten about a biopic about Tupac that was released in 2017. A reviewer on IMDb called the movie plagued with a poor script, bad acting, and lazy direction, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a dismal approving rating of 18%. Ouch. Early reviews of the controversial biopic have been harsh, adding to the negative buzz surrounding a film that already had a lawsuit-heavy production history and scorching criticism around the Oscar-nominated director who abandoned it. Meanwhile, the film studio isn't doing much to promote it, which is usually a sign that it's a flop. Whatever Tupac conspiracy theories exist, it appears that All Eyes on Me is doomed from the start. All Eyes on Me, which finally hit theaters in the United States in 2017 after more than 6 years of production issues, was supposed to be directed by John Singleton, who directed Boys in the Hood and worked with Tupac himself. He agreed to write, direct, and produce the film in 2013, but left in 2015 due to major creative differences. It didn't help that one of the film's subjects was also critical to the project. Jada Pinkett Smith described the depiction of her friendship with Tupac as deeply hurtful and chastised the filmmakers for fabricating events that never occurred. Number 3. The Blind Side. Biographical films must be made with the greatest respect for those who lived through the events depicted on screen. Some subjects, such as Patch Adams, have flatly refused to appear in their biopics. Others, such as former NFL player Michael Oher, have expressed dissatisfaction with the films that purport to tell their life stories. The Blind Side, which was released in 2009, followed Oher's high school years before he was drafted into the NFL as an offensive tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. While Oher did not dislike the film as much as Patch Adams did, the heartwarming story left him unsatisfied. Sandra Bullock's performance in The Blind Side earned her an Oscar, and the film was widely praised by critics upon its initial release. However, the film has since fallen out of favor as yet another obvious entry into the canon of white savior films. However, the film's subject, Michael Oher, despised the film long before it was cancelled due to its overt racism. According to the football player, he was offended by the film's portrayal of him as a simpleton, and he was unhappy with the unwanted extra scrutiny that came from fans and the NFL after the film's release. The film's high-profile popularity complicated the rest of Oher's NFL career. Number 4. The Late Shift. The feud between Leno and Conan was not the first between late-night hosts. When Johnny Carson retired from The Tonight Show in 1990, a battle erupted behind the scenes between David Letterman and Jay Leno, both of whom hoped to succeed Carson. Letterman was already an NBC veteran, having hosted Late Night, which followed The Tonight Show, before being replaced by Conan O'Brien. Letterman took offense to how the film made him look like a villain and a psychotic chump, according to Screen Rant. Letterman allegedly remained so enraged by the film that he allegedly bumped actor Michael Higgins, who played Letterman, from a scheduled interview in 2009, 15 years after the HBO film aired. Number 5. Where the Buffalo Roam. Although Hunter S. Thompson was close friends with Bill Murray, he was reportedly not a fan of the first film based on his work, Where the Buffalo Roam, in which Murray starred. The film is a series of vignettes about Thompson's friendship with Dr. Gonzo, aka Oscar Zeta Acosta, a well-known Chicano civil rights attorney, told as Thompson Murray writes a eulogy for the man, who is now missing and presumed dead. Even though he praised Murray's performance in the film, Thompson reportedly only liked one aspect of the movie overall. The director, Thompson, referred to the movie as a piece of crap. Fans of Thompson are less enthusiastic about the film because it pales in comparison to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which is a more memorable and popular film that Thompson directed. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.